Whoa guys, didn't even see you there. We got new shirts in the shop, new tees, new hoodies. Everything's gonna be online on the website, so if you wanna get your shirt, we got limited size. We're gonna do limited run of both as always. So if you're local, stop by. If you're online, get them off the store, get them straight to your door, set up, ready to go. We're back, we're in the shop. We've got, a new project. Number one, my buddy Taylor Powell, his FXR, we're tearing it down. Paint's over there somewhere. It's gonna get repainted. It's gotta get rewired. Somebody really buzzed off the M unit that was on it and did a terrible job, so we just took all the wiring off of it. It's gonna get fully rewired, exhaust, powder coat Thunder Stars, all the good jazz that you guys love or hate. And then, so this frame that I went and picked up in Texas, I've already started marking it, and I gotta get all that marking off. Because I went and registered it today, didn't know what it was. Buddy just said, hey, this is an FXR frame, yada, yada, yada. Not sure what year, or no, he did know it was a 94, he did know that. But he didn't know what it was, just said FXR on the title. Well, I go to register it, turns out it is a 94 FXR PF fairing model. So my original plans for what I was gonna do with it is not gonna happen because I don't wanna butcher a clean FXRP frame. So it's likely gonna just get an Evo swap back into it and continue on life as an FXRP. Now, we got a whole box of goodies here. Got +2 fork tube extensions, 39 mil, Race Tech front end, levers, new spark plugs, new battery cover, new rear shocks, grips, risers. Doing all this all sort of neat stuff because I picked up this anniversary edition Dyna a while back. Kid that I got it from said his name was one thing and then said he goes by something else. Turns out he was not who he said he was. So he jumped title.
So
well,
after
what, 2.5 months?
Yeah.
3 months?
2.5 months.
This was before we left for Texas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so before we left for Texas, I've been dealing with this. Endless calls to Illinois State Police, calls with the original owner, just a lot of stuff. The original owner ended up blocking me because he didn't want to deal with the situation, which I thought was really mature, sure, if you will. He's like, I'm not tied to it. And I said, well, you are, because the title states, since the kid never signed the title, only I signed the title and the original owner signed the title. So then in the state's eyes, it looked like I bought it from the original owner. Well, to celebrate, since now I've got full custody of the bike, we are ripping the forward controls off. Those are coming off. We've got a Bassani 2-in-1 to put on it. Full suspension front and back, bars, risers, grips. Should be sick. What else do we got? Anything else cool going on?
So my FXR will be coming back to the shop. Sold the exhaust to Adam Garley at Garley's Garage. And we're gonna pull the motor and trans out. Primary and trans will be going into the bike that Kole bought. And then the motor that's in my bagger will be coming out, since I've been trying to sell it and nobody seems to want to spend money for a fully built road bike.
So she's a fully built twin cam, top to bottom, and it's gonna go in an FXR.
Yes, so we will be converting my FXR over to EFI and pulling this motor out, and then I will rebuild another motor to go back into this.
FXR M8's coming along. The set of 10s that I had laying here, we just put these on just to kind of get the looks of things. So yeah, it's gonna be sweet. Get the mids on this side anyways. We're waiting on the transmission cover. We're gonna do the boosted Brad cover on this side and then put the mid control on this side, and then it goes over to HPI where the boys are gonna fab up a nice beautiful exhaust. Presley's bike is still in pieces, so again, if anybody knows anybody that's got a early model Dyna twin cam, for sale that runs the motor, let us know. Drop a comment, drop a message, reach out. Still waiting on a swing arm for the Green Flame FXR. So get that on. The exhaust is here for it, HPI. We got a hydraulic convert clutch too. It's getting an S&S motor. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but it's gonna get one. Turning out pretty good thus far. Once we get the new swing arm, it's gonna get a radial mount rear caliper. We've already got it. We've got the we've got the Behringers on right now. They're turning out sharp. They look good. I've got my V2 Chiggy mount. This is just the 3D printed one, but it's gonna go like so, and it's gonna mount like that, and then you're gonna have full heads-up display, CarPlay. Same thing I've got over here on this one. This will be nice. I like mine. Mine's great. Dad's getting his. So, yep.
0 issues with mine.
Matt's had his, 0 issues. We're coming out with more mounts. So we've got the V1, the V2. There's going to be a V2.5 that's going to have a little bit more angle than this for the stock riser bikes. The bikes that, it'll be OEM stock fitment essentially. So it'll fit the stock riser, anything with this 4 1/4 pattern. It'll fit that, which will be nice, but it'll have more of a pop. The other one that's designed, that's currently the V2, is currently designed for, like, it'll fit on the Thrash and Riser top mount or the Boosted Brad top mount, anything with the 4 1/4, but it's got to have angle to it already, so then it accommodates. Yeah, pretty much. Other than that, there's some other mounts. We've got 3 other mounts coming. Can't really speak much on those yet, but they're gonna be cool. They're gonna be exciting.
A little bit later on.
A lot of hostility, dude.
I'm trying to get Powell to do something cool, and he doesn't want to accept it.
I'm trying to do something cool. That's why it's torn apart. Mine's torn apart. Yours isn't even torn apart yet.
Dog, I tore yours apart. What are you talking about?
It was never really together.
What's up, guys? Cool King here.
What's up, guys? Matt Bartholomew here. Yeah, right now we got to address getting this thing out. We get this out. You've already got a ramjet kit coming. So then what? Then we put a motor and trans in it, and then what? Yeah, then we address the next problems after that. When you start second guessing what you're doing is when you start not making progress forward. You got to just, hey, we'll figure it out when we get there. It's Thanksgiving Day. I'm just sitting out here in the shop doing some organizing, much needed. Just kind of giving you guys a little bit of an update. We got the wires ran on Dad's M8 FXR. Wires are ran. We're still waiting on the main oil line. I've got to get a different coil. The one that he had ordered was the wrong one, and I didn't catch it, but wrong coil, wrong plug. Not a big deal. We'll get that addressed. We went with the FXR division side inlays, electrical panels, super clean. But yeah, like I said, so we got the majority of the wires ran, just kind of mocked up for now because we've still got to get in here and put the overhead oil line on. We got the bracket made to hold the relay and everything here, so that's good. Got the wires fed through there, depinned everything, repinned everything. Got the Thundermax mounted. This is all going to get cleaned up. We've got a master power, key on switch, kill switch, fuel pump, main ground, and which one is this? Oh, serial data. So we're doing that. Got the shocks mocked up, or one shock mocked up. Trying to figure out what we're gonna do for fender rails. Obviously these are not going on. They're just kind of mock-up purposes, just so we can figure out what spacing we need to do, since we are running a bagger swing arm. Running the bagger swing arm positions the shock out just a little bit further, so we've got to make spacers there. Not a big deal. Still kind of figuring out what we're going to do for saddlebags on this, which I think we've got the saddlebag situation figured out on this. I believe we're going to do some villain to hero bags, just the FXRP style bags, and then we're going to be doing exhaust. So that's going to get interesting. Not quite sure what he's wanting to do there, but as you can see, with the controls being high and tight, I mean, we've got clearance under the bottom, not a big deal. We've got our wideband O2 sensors for the connections for the wideband O2 sensors from Thundermax. We got some wiring to finish up, obviously, but everything's going good so far. Waiting on a rear rotor. We got the brake calipers ordered front and back. We do have, let's see, where's it at? This beautiful Brembo RCS 19 with a brake switch for the front brake. So that'll be on, that'll be good. Other thing that we did get done is we got the race bagger back running. Don't know what the plan is with that yet. I don't know, but we got it running. I'll give it a fire up here in a second. Like I said, I'm not quite sure yet what we're doing with it, but whatever we do with it, it's going to be cool. Full rundown on the bike, on the motor anyways. It is a Dark Horse bottom end, full T-man cylinders, heads, everything. Jimmy Light from HPI put it all together. On the race slicks, it made, for the final pull, so they get sticky on the dyno, but it made 158, 158. On street tires, he kind of assumed that it was going to be about 165, 165, but that is a stout package. So it had a 68 mil tunnel ram elbow on it. I like what I've got on my Road King, which I'll show you that in a second. But it had the tunnel ram elbow, and we've gone to a 70 mil on center HPI throttle body. So that's awesome. This is what we had on it, or similar, I should say. This is only a 58. I've got this thing tore apart right now because we had to rob the starter out of it actually for the race bike. But this is a setup it had on it, and it made the 158, 158 on the race slicks. It made 158, 158. So should be a little bit more with the 70 mil on center, but we will see. We'll see what it makes and go from there. I gotta get, like I said, I need to get a starter back on this thing. So get a starter, get another battery, then she's good to go. Other than I do have to hook up the charging unit on this. I thought I had it hooked up properly, and we did not, because this is on a full NAMM standalone wire harness setup. We've got 17s front, 17 back. It's a 180 55, I do believe, or maybe it's a 180 60. Behringers all the way around, and we did a custom HPI pipe on this. Full length can, but it's mid length, so it should stop right about here. It's pretty slick. I'll see what it does on the dyno once we get it dialed in. Another update is we've got old Powell's FXR here. He's been over here wiring away on it like a madman. I don't know. He definitely does not look like something I want to do, I tell you that much. But He will be here tomorrow, and his intentions are to get it running tomorrow. He already had the FXR division side covers, so that those are pretty slick. He's going to be here tomorrow and spend majority of the day, if not all day, wiring, getting everything done. I think he just ordered some DMR risers and got a set of bars, so he'll have that all set up and get all the controls wired in and everything like that. So that'll be pretty good. Pretty excited to see him get that thing running, get it done, or at least get it running, I should say, not necessarily done, because I know he's still got a lot of plans with it. Slowly but surely, it's coming together. Just another FXR in the shop, you know? Yeah, I mean, basically today is Thanksgiving, so you're watching it. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Hope you guys all had a good time with your family, good food, lots of love, lots of memories. Hopefully everybody's chicken turned out great. Everybody's turkey turned out great. Jeez, I'm hungry, dog.